fear,
hunger, anger.
These are three emotions that these two pieces of media provoke out of audiences and critics alike. They are two pieces of popular culture that you either love, hate, or consider them really stupid.
Think you were like me? You were attracted to the darkness? But Tate, you are the darkness.
I'm sorry, I get that he was a psychopath, but God, that line was so bad. These two things form a paradox that I shall be talking about today. These two things in particular are American Horror Story and Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I would like to present the American Horror Story and Rotten Tomatoes paradox. Got you good, didn't I? Okay, so Rotten Tomatoes is a website that gives scores to movies that are either good or bad, and the scores themselves also range from rotten to fresh. They usually give these scores to the best movies ever made, or the worst movies ever made. Like most movies and TV shows, American Horror Story has a score on Rotten Tomatoes, but you probably didn't know that the seasons themselves have their own individual scores, and that is what I want to talk about today. Because when you do simple math involving both the scores of the seasons on Rotten Tomatoes and you count the episodes of each season of American Horror Story, you'll find something scary, something that rages with
Energy and hunger and anger.
Alright, let's begin with Murder House, a pretty good season with a pretty good score. However, that's when the spooky stuff begins to happen. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, Murder House has 12 episodes, which seems completely normal until you realize that 12 times 6 is 72. But it gets crazier. Asylum has a score of 84%. What do you get when you multiply 12 by 7? 84. Sadly, there's nothing notable about Coven until you realize something about its score. As you can see, Coven's score is 85%. This is important to the paradox because the 85th episode of American Horror Story is the first episode of the season Apocalypse, which is a crossover of Murder House and Coven. This is blowing my mind. Oh my god! For Freak Show, I have to mention the season Cult. Cult has 11 episodes. Now, what's 11 times 7? 77, which is the score for Freak Show. Oh my god, so many coincidences. Oh my god. Hotel has a score of 64%. It's sadly the lowest score in season American Horror Story, but the 64th episode of AHS is the first episode of Roanoke, which is the season after Hotel. Not only that, but Roanoke itself has a score of 74%, and the 74th episode of AHS is the first episode of Cult, the season after Roanoke. It doesn't even stop there. Cult has a score of 73%. If you add up the first 6 seasons episodes all together, you get 73. You thought those 3 coincidences were insane? Well, it gets crazier. Now, if you add up the first 7 seasons episodes, you get the score of Asylum. When will all these coincidences just end already? Please just end this, please. And yeah, those are the coincidences I could find for American Horror Story and Rotten Tomatoes. Haven't really found anything for double feature score, but if you guys have, please tell me in the comments, because I was probably too dumb to see any. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.